some of the things I'm going to have them, if they get rushed through it, I'm going to say, do it again. Let's see how it works again. And I'm going to like have time frames. I'm going to kind of guide them on the time, like, from, like 9 to 9:15, if we're doing math facts. I'm going to keep them on that. I'm not going to I know what they want. They want the kids to kind of go through it, but I don't think in first grade, they don't know how to pace. They think it's a game to get through. How fast can I get through?
Right.
So I'm really going to monitor that time, and watch them. And, I might give or take and let some get started on some things early, but there's on my lesson, I have some activity games. It's like a drag and drop, like for phonics and things, and it lets you play it again, and it kind of keeps how many you get correct or incorrect. And sometimes I'll say, okay, let's do it again, and let's try to get 0 incorrect. And they'll do it 2 or 3 times, and they get better each time. And this one activity, they can set speed records. I say, okay, let's try it again. And so I try to have them do it in a different way. But I'm going to kind of monitor the time, and I'm not going to let them just zip through it. Otherwise, yeah, we would have some done before lunch with the whole thing, and that's not the point of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So are your drag and drop and other lessons, are they all online, or are these things that you've created?
Well, this was something I showed Susan. This is, it's called boomlearning.com, BOOM. And, okay, I've always seen those drag and drop lessons, but I never knew, if I wanted to have my kids cut and sort, I can do that on paper, but how do I make that digital, And I never knew how to do it. And so I found it through Teachers Pay Teachers, but there's Boom Learning is its own website, and it runs like Teachers Pay Teachers. So you set up an account and you can put your kids in there. Now I did it. I bought a lesson off Teachers Pay Teachers, and when you buy a lesson, then it lets you set up your class in there, like a class of 25 or how many kids you got. It lets you set it in there without buying anything extra. So you're buying like a $3 lesson, and it lets you. And it is fabulous. It has lessons from K to 12 for all skills. It's amazing. Any skill, math facts. Let's say I'm working on nouns and verbs, or I'm working on OA and OW. And it's everything digital, drag and drop. They're answering, they're typing, they're answering, and it's all digital. It's amazing. And so I've done a lot of my lessons through that to practice skills.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah. It opens up a new world for teaching. If you go to and I found it because one night I just typed in drag and drop into Teachers Pay Teachers because I wanted to see how can I find something like this.
Yeah.
And one of them was made. It's called Boom Cards. It's what it's called, Boom Cards. And once you buy one, I would type in just type in Boom Cards on Teachers Pay Teachers. I would go through Teachers Pay Teachers first because once you buy that, you got to set up an account then. It will lead you to set up an account, but it lets you put your class in there without paying anything extra.
Cut out.
And
hello.
So, are you there?
You just cut out. So you said go through Teachers Pay Teachers, and then you cut out.
Okay, go through Teachers Pay Teachers and type in Boom Cards.
Right.
Or type in OAOW Boom Cards, and you should find something right away.
Okay.
And once you kind of buy that, it will lead you to the Boom Learning website, and it will have you set up your account. You got to set up an account, and you got to give each kid their password. But what I did, I made their password just like what we have at school, first name, last name. And I did make everyone's password the same. We just had everyone's password be first, so they can't forget it.
Okay.
And Leslie has how many 1,500 points?
You can get carried away. Once you get the hang of it, it's just amazing what you can find on there.
I'm going to send that out.
And even handwriting lessons. I wanted to replace, because we do handwriting every day. I'm how am I going to do this for eLearning Day?
Right.
And I can't really have them do handwriting on this, but there was a drag and drop for reversals, P and Q, B and D. And I thought, we're going to work on that. That can replace our handwriting because, you know, that's something we can always work on. I mean, they have every skill imaginable.
Very cool.
I can't wait to check that out.
Yeah. Well, if you need help with it, because it was kind of tricky because I almost didn't do it. I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can figure this out. And it just took me like, you know, less than 20 minutes. I figured it out, but it did take a minute, and I just had to stay calm and try to figure it out. And once I got it and the hang of it, and when I practiced with my kids, like I would buy an activity and then I would send it out through the activities, the light bulb button. And I would just copy the link because Boom Learning will give you the link. You got to hit on the activity, assign it to your class, and then hit on it again and get the Hyperdocs, I think it's called Hyperplay link. That lets the kids move it. And you copy that link and then put it into your Seesaw and send it out through there, and the kids can open it through Seesaw and do everything.
Okay.
But awesome. I would be happy to walk you through that sometime. You know, it's easier, I know, in person to kind of show things. But if you get stuck, I'd be happy to show you because I think all teachers would love knowing about this.
Yeah. Definitely. Thank you.
Any of you have any other questions about Hyperdoc, eLearning Day, Seesaw?
I don't think so.
No. You know, I wouldn't be afraid, like, when you send out your stuff through Seesaw, sometimes I do things in multiple ways just to make sure if kids can open it. One thing I did realize when I sent mine out, I had some YouTube videos, like, of our reading story. And if you put those videos through ViewPure, I don't know if any of you have heard that, VIEWPURE, and you can put your link in there and it really cleans up. You don't see any of that extra stuff around. So at first that didn't work. And so we had to put a tech ticket in to get that allowed. It was being blocked. But now it's okay. It worked.
What was the name of that one again?
It was called ViewPure, VIEWPURE, viewpure.com. And what you do, if you get your YouTube, like of a story, like if you give a mouse a cookie, you pull that up in YouTube, highlight that link, copy that link, have ViewPure open, viewpure.com, and you paste that link right at the top. You'll see it right away. And it says Purify, you hit it, and you have your whole story that you want to show with nothing around it, none of that garbage from YouTube. And that way the kids won't click on something else. And then that's the link that you want to put in your eLearning Day. The ViewPure will give you a new link for that. And so you copy that link, and that's the link you put in your eLearning Day for that story you want them to hear.
Okay.
So you might want to, I would suggest on any YouTube videos. But like that's what I was saying, like on just make sure all your links work on your student iPad, because see, it was working on my teacher iPad. Everything was fine, but when we tested it on a student iPad, it was being blocked.
Oh, okay.
So then we had put that. So you might want to check that out on any of your links. Just try it on a student iPad and make sure everything opens, because the filters can not allow some things on the student's side sometimes.
Right. For sure. Well, thank you, everybody. You have any more questions?
Thank you.
I'm going to send this. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to have I went in onto Google Drive and made a copy of the Hyperdoc to submit on, I guess, the drive. Where do we put that lesson plan for the eLearning Day? So I've got the template. I'm going to input my information, and I don't know if you guys covered it or not, but where should I save that as a pre-K teacher on is it the team drive for eLearning Day?
Yeah, I think there's under the team drives, it says eLearning Day lessons.
Okay.
And I thought they had it broken up by grade level.
I didn't see pre-K on there. It is, I think, starts at kindergarten and first grade. I guess maybe we